Fans attempting to buy pre-sale tickets to Taylor's Eras tour stuck in the live event site's digital queue for hours.
It kicks me out of the whole thing.
You shouldn't have to wait for 5 hours and then not get anything.
They should have done better.
I have not been able to even listen to Taylor Swift because when I hear
Her voice, I'm now triggered. I'm seeing the queue. I'm seeing the crashes. I'm triggered.
the website fully crashed and it put me back at the beginning.
I'm sorry, Ticketmaster. I have been doing this for the past 4 hours and you kick me out?
Taylor, I had it. I had tickets and it went to the beginning of the queue.
$113,000 with fees.
Now the company is under fire from members of Congress questioning the company's monopoly on big shows.
What the actual is going on?
This is so unfair.
Getting a ticket to see your favorite artist is usually a pretty stressful experience. Trying to make sure you get the best seat, the best price, and beat the scalpers and the bots. But nothing in Ticketmaster history compares to what happened to Taylor Swift fans this week. Today, we need to talk about the disaster that was the pre-sale for Taylor Swift's Eras tour and why people are demanding an investigation into Ticketmaster. It's been 4 years since Taylor's been on tour, so you can only imagine how excited fans were when she announced her biggest US stadium tour ever. Knowing just how big the demand would be for tickets, Ticketmaster decided to do a pre-sale for verified fans. The first pre-sale date was set for November 15th through Ticketmaster's fan verification program, and the following day for Capital One cardholders. Now, before we get into what happened, let's talk about Ticketmaster's verified fan program. This program was supposed to be set up to try and stop resellers and bots from snagging tickets before real fans were able to. Per Ticketmaster, verified fans have been able to combat resellers creating skyrocketing prices after pre-sales. For big events, more than 30% of tickets might end up being resold, Ticketmaster executive producer Dave Marcus told Pop Sugar. But with Harry Styles' 2017 tour, we saw less than 5% of tickets being resold for the shows, and that's a huge improvement. But here's the thing, being a verified fan isn't exactly a guarantee that you'll end up getting tickets. It's pretty much a lottery, and if you're lucky enough, you'll get a code emailed to you that you can enter on pre-sale day to try and get your tickets early. This way, Ticketmaster is able to control how many codes they send out to people, and the system isn't being overloaded, and fans don't have to pay an insane resale price. Sounds good in theory, but it didn't happen that way. The people who got codes were put into queues with thousands and thousands of people waiting hours to finally get a chance to select tickets. The only problem was, most seats were either already sold, or when you finally got the chance to select your tickets, Ticketmaster would crash and send you back to the beginning of the queue. Here's what people had to say. 8 billion people in the world, and every single one of them is ahead of me in the Taylor Swift Ticketmaster queue apparently. Taylor Swift pre-sale ruined my day for real. You're telling me I waited 30 minutes in the queue when I was supposed to be at work just for it to crash after I clicked purchase on my secured seats? I'm sorry? We waited all day in queue for Taylor Swift Chicago dates only for it to crash, then show us every ticket was out? I spent 6 hours in the effing queue for Nashville just for it to crash right as I'm trying to select tickets and send me back into the queue with 2,000 people. My body literally hurts from the Taylor Swift pre-sale today. I spent hours in the queue just to get to check out and have the system crash. I hate my life. And people were going to great lengths to wait in these queues. I saw people saying they called in sick to school, to work, they were rescheduling their appointments and meetings, not studying for tests. One comment said, people in my office are going to ridiculous lengths to get tickets, rescheduling meetings using phones, iPads, and work computers to secure places in line.
Am I good? Am I good? I'm
Place order, place order.
Go. Oh my god, I'm going. Just a moment.
There was even one girl who was walking through the airport carrying her laptop just to try and get these tickets. Unfortunately, no matter how long you waited, most fans were left with nothing. Ticketmaster put out this statement pretty much saying that they had unprecedented amounts of people trying to buy tickets, with millions of people showing up for the pre-sale. But fans weren't buying that excuse. The whole point of this pre-sale was to make sure Taylor fans got tickets before resellers. Ticketmaster was in control of how many codes they sent out to people, so why would they send out more codes than their website could handle? People were calling Ticketmaster out for their poor planning, writing, "Ticketmaster should have required you to enter the presale code before joining the queue." Do not let Ticketmaster blame this on us or the demand Taylor has. They sent out 1.5 million codes, and instead of asking for the code prior to the queue, they asked for it after. It was bad planning and their system that failed, not us. There are no excuses. Ticketmaster, this is on you. Like, you knew exactly how many codes you sent out, so don't tell us you had no idea how many people would get in each queue. But despite how many fans were upset, Ticketmaster put out a now deleted blog post acting like this mess was a good thing. They wrote, "Despite the disruptions, Swifties powered through and helped Taylor set a new record. Over 2 million tickets were sold for Taylor shows on November 15th, the most tickets ever sold for an artist in a single day. Every ticket was sold to a buyer with a verified fan code. Nobody, not even a bot, could join a queue without being verified. The 2 million tickets we sold only went out to verified fans. 90% fewer tickets are currently posted for resale on secondary markets than a typical on sale, which is exactly why the artist team wanted to use verified fan to sell their tickets. Ticketmaster is not currently reselling any Taylor tickets." The biggest venues and artists turn to us because we have the leading ticket technology in the world. That doesn't mean it's perfect, and clearly for Taylor's on sale, it wasn't. But we're always working to improve the ticket buying experience, especially for high demand on sales, which continue to test new limits. And to make this whole situation even worse, Ticketmaster ended up canceling today's public sale for tickets, tweeting, "Due to extraordinarily high demands on ticketing systems and insufficient remaining ticket inventory to meet that demand, tomorrow's public on sale for Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, has been canceled." And the Swifties are calling Ticketmaster out, replying to them, writing, "How could you sell out of all the tickets in pre-sale when only 15% was supposed to be released? Who the hell authorized putting the majority of tickets in the pre-sale?" And someone responded to them and said, "And how did everyone on my feed end up ticketless if they put so many out?" Like, nothing is making sense right now. Why would Ticketmaster put all their inventory on pre-sale? And how were bots still able to get through and purchase tickets? Of course, there are probably some true verified fans who are trying to resell their tickets and make a profit, but not to the extent these tickets are being resold. One person tweeted, "Almost every single section is for sale on StubHub. Tell me again it was all fans that got tickets." And guys, some of these resale prices are crazy. There's some seats going for $20,000 and some are even going as high as $95,000. This whole mess has caused a movement of people demanding Ticketmaster be investigated. ABC reported that Tennessee Attorney General is probing Ticketmaster over botched Taylor Swift ticket rollout. The article says that the Tennessee Attorney General said he is looking into whether consumer protection laws were violated after Ticketmaster botched the rollout of Taylor Swift concert tickets. "We have received complaints about the sale process, and we have previously looked into antitrust allegations involving Ticketmaster and Live Nation. We want to make sure that there's no issues here that merit legal response." And people really think it's time for a change with how tickets are sold. Ever since Ticketmaster and Live Nation joined forces, Ticketmaster doesn't have any competition. Since they have this monopoly over ticket sales, they have the power to upcharge people with ridiculous service charges and fees, making once affordable tickets out of reach for most people. And all of this outrage has people wondering if the Swifties will finally be the ones to make a change in how tickets are sold. One person tweeted, "Taylor Swift is going to be responsible for the death of Ticketmaster monopoly." And Taylor Swift has finally responded to the Ticketmaster mess, and this is what she had to say. "Well, it goes without saying that I'm extremely protective of my fans. We've been doing this for decades together, and over the years, I've brought so many elements of my career in-house. I've been doing this specifically to improve the quality of my fans' experience by doing it myself with my team who care as much about my fans as I do. It's really difficult for me to trust an outside entity with these relationships and loyalties, and excruciating for me to just watch mistakes happen with no recourse." There are a multitude of reasons why people had such a hard time trying to get tickets, and I'm trying to figure out how the situation can be improved moving forward. I'm not going to make excuses for anyone because we asked them multiple times if they could handle this kind of demand, and we were assured they could. It's truly amazing that 2.4 million people got tickets, but it really pisses me off that a lot of them feel like they went through several bear attacks to get them. And to those who didn't get tickets, all I can say is that my hope is to provide more opportunities for us to all get together and sing these songs. Thank you for wanting to be there. You have no idea how much that means. So yeah, it sounds like the outcome is out of Taylor's hands and Ticketmaster couldn't deliver what they promised. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. If you were in queue waiting for a ticket, let me know what your experience was. Were you one of the thousands of unlucky fans to get kicked out last minute? Or did you manage to actually get a decent seat at face value? Let me know and I'll see you next time.